Welcome back, everybody. This is Mog on Mog Squad. We are once again playing some Kerbal Space Program here on the United Kerbal Industries file that we've got going on this season. So, as you can see, we're launching up what looks to be the old colony tower, huh? This is the Mark II. It's been modified just a bit, especially in its interplanetary stage, the most modification there. So, I also added an SAS unit on here, the advanced SAS right here in the center. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and actually, before I do that, I should probably fix something. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I had to add a couple of rungs between the ASAS and the other ladders that led further down. Otherwise, our Kerbals would have been kind of screwed. Anyway, let's get this thing underway. We're heading up toward Jewel. I think we're going to land this this colony tower. Incoming launch. 3, 2, 1. This colony tower is going up to Laythe, I do believe. We're going to run it into the atmosphere there. It's got some parachutes. Hopefully do some aid for us there for landing. Now, landing on land in a ship that's just descending from orbit that you don't really have flight control over, because it's such minimal land, is really difficult for me. So I might cheat a little bit. Now, by cheat, what I mean is quick save up before we go in for our descent, so that I can reload and try it again to hopefully get our angles right. We'll see. Apparently Laythe is tidally locked to Jewel. Does that mean that it doesn't rotate the same spot as always facing down toward Jewel? Is that how that works? I hope so, because that would make things so much easier at that point. Well, we're exceeding our terminal velocity at this point. I'm going to slow that down just a hair. Alright, so I'm going to come back to you guys as we get up into the orbit and then heading out toward Jewel. Okay, I lied. We're still ascending, but I thought that was a really cool view. Coming up over into our launch. Cool sunrise here, I thought. Anywho, we'll see you guys in orbit. So we had a slight malfunction. Our main engine kind of came loose. Yeah. I'll see you guys in orbit. I'm gonna relaunch this. Okay, so we're up in orbit, guys, and we are starting. We're halfway through our burn, give or take, to Jewel already. So I'm actually gonna slow it down because we're like a minute ahead on our burn time. So slow that on down. Let my engines cool off. And while we do that, why don't we take a look here at our crew? We've got Linzer Kerman, Bartlock Kerman, Sheridan Kerman, Loffrey Kerman, Camden Kerman, and Calcal Kerman are our crew for this lander that's going out to Laythe. It's going to be keeping our little flight probe happy. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and crank back up, and we'll meet you about halfway. Well, probably as we get closer to Jewel, and I'll just do a quick run through of the plan there. Okay, so we're coming in on Jewel here. I've got the encounter all set up with a very low periaps around Jewel, and it looks like even a Tylo encounter. This is going to be interesting. So what I'm going to try to do here to get to Laythe without using too much fuel is I'm going to aerobrake Jewel and try to do it at a level in the atmosphere that'll bring me out to a periaps close to Laythe, which is apparently just like a smidge under 120 kilometers altitude from Jewel. So that's what we're going to aim for. Currently, I'm shooting into about a 20 kilometer apoaps, or periaps around Jewel. Now, I need to raise that, but I'm going to wait until we get into the encounter because it makes my... Oh, that's loud. That's one of the things I hate about living here is the cars that go by, just everybody has the freaking muffler tips. Anyway, I'm sorry, tangent. I need it to be... It'll waste more fuel, but I need to have a bit more accuracy on this, because out here, it's really hard to get accurate measurements in that degree. Because it's just, your fuel is so incredibly efficient that it's really hard to control exactly how much you're giving it unless you're using like RCS and just tapping it. But I did not set this ship up for that, so we're just kind of zipping on in. Wow, this is full-time warp. This is taking a little while. Jeepers. Alright, you know what? I'm going to come back to you guys as we get in toward Jewel and get ready to do the aero braking and all that. Okay, so I just completed our realignment burn. I was shooting it a bit high, so I was coming down kind of at like a cutting angle. So it was like flinging me up and underneath the planets, and I was getting an encounter with Tylo that was just gonna fling me out into the back into the solar orbit. I still do have an encounter with Tylo, but that's not gonna be a problem. I've got our periaps set up for about 121, which will bring us in. It's not gonna bring us in perfectly aligned with Laythe, but it'll be close enough, I think, that we'll be able to work with it. So, I might actually correct it a little more as we get closer to make it a little more accurate. It's really tough to do that. But, this will definitely get us circularized. It'll kill our, encounter with Tylo as well. Excuse me. Because, basically, it's going to be dropping us back into, like, a circularized orbit. Probably, like, it's going to be pretty elliptic. We'll probably be halfway between Vol and, Laythe, I would imagine, give or take. Unless I can get this corrected down a bit more accurately. So, let's go on with this. So, the idea here is, yeah, aero brake, and then we're going to aero brake into Laythe atmosphere. And, try to get ourselves landed at on a continent, or an island, I guess it's more accurately described as. They're very small, as you may have noticed when we went there the first time. Anyway, I'm going to get this going. I will come back to you guys once we get in closer for the aero brake. Alright, so I've got it set up. We're at about 19, hovering around 19.5, which is where I want to be. I just quick saved, so in case things get screwy, I don't have to go through all this mess again. We'll just try another landing. But I will show you them if I end up screwing things up. I have already screwed up one of them. As you can see, there's like a Colony Tower Mark II already splashed down. It's because I wrecked it in the ocean and killed my pilot, and it's splintered across in the ocean near the island with our probe. But yeah, all the same, kind of wrecked that. Let's go ahead and drop on in here and see if we can get an encounter with Laythe. I'm gonna do it from this angle. Whoa! And we should start burning here pretty quick. Right about 3,500, or 35 kilometers up, 135 kilometers up. We should, yep, we're starting to see it. There it is. Let's turn off kill rotation and just see this thing freak out a little bit. Actually, I kind of want to do the, I'm going to point it directly north, create the most drag possible for this station. Oh, that's hard to hold it in that position. Let's kill rotation on that thing again. And can we rotate it so that our wings are facing? Oh, give me a better view, shall we? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Burning. This would destroy any ship. I am just saying. This thing would be toast. There is not a chance in hell that this would survive. Ooh. If we stopped it right there, we get the Tylo encounter, whip around, and then smack right into the center of Jewel. That would be pretty funny. So as you can see, this thing is freaking out trying to recalculate things, but once this calms down, we'll have a better idea of how this is going to work out. No, stop it with the crazy camera. Just give me free camera, maybe. Call it good. Okay. Let's do some I probably shouldn't do time warp like this. That would probably be a bad idea. Physical time warp, that is, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward for you guys. Okay, so we've got our aero brake completed. It didn't go as far as I'd hoped. I probably should have dove down to probably like 1900 or 119 even, or close to there, because we're still out past Vol, and we actually had an encounter with Tylo until just a moment ago. We are literally, like, if we were just a hair further out with our apoaps, we would be getting an encounter with Tylo out there. What I can do here is actually lose about 228 more delta V, meters per second delta V, and that'll get us on an encounter course with Laythe. Not into the atmosphere, but that can be adjusted soon. So, let's fast forward and get to that burn point, which is going to be pretty quick here. In fact, right about, let's start there. So, yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to finishing having stuff out on every planet, moon, whatever, in the system here. We still need to hit the rest of Jewel's moons here. So Vol, Tylo, Bop, and Pull. So that's 4 more. And then we need to hit Elu, so that's 5, and we're gonna be looking pretty good there. I think we'll have a couple of episodes left at the end of the season to go exploring, kind of doing some other things, to go have a little more fun than just hitting all these planets up all nice and, you know, routine-like. So I've got some plans for some cool ships I want to put up and just kind of mess around with that. Maybe do some other things out in the system. I want to get some more subscribers. I meant to get Reynard, if you see this, I meant to get yours up on this one, but I forgot to launch with him in the pilot seat because I had him in here on the first run that I was doing for making sure my audios were all good and everything, and then I reverted to launch, and I forgot to put you back in. My bad. I will get you up here very shortly. We do have you all recruited and in our space program already. But yeah, I just want to let you know. And what? We're losing some. I should have been watching that. Okay. Well, we still have an encounter. Not a big deal. Let's fix this, and then we'll jump out to Jewel, or to Laythe, and we'll be all good to go. I'm fixing my alignment right now so we get in there evenly. Zeros. Nope, go for the node, you crazy bastard. So, I'm recording this. It's probably gonna go up after the series is complete, but if you guys are into survival horrors or horror games in general, I just finished, at this point, I will have just finished posting all of Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, a playthrough I did with that with live commentary. I hope you guys would check it out if you like. I would appreciate the support, and comments and likes and all that good stuff helps me get noticed out there, which is definitely what I'm wanting to do. But yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys want to check that out. If not, it's all good. Don't worry about it. If you're here for KSP, just stick around and we'll do some more KSP and or other things. It's not a big deal. But if you're feeling bored, I'd appreciate it. Anywho's, we've got our node set up. Let's go ahead and get this moving. Let's zip on up to the whoa. I'm gonna refocus on my colony tower, not Jewel. Let me focus there. That way I can get a more in-depth feel for the moving here, I suppose. Alright, coming in here for the node. Getting close, don't want to overshoot. And let's call it there and start those engines. Alright, looking good. Watching that line descend down here, watching our gauge here for Delta V. Start cranking down that, and kill it. Kill that, kill this. Perfection, almost. Well, you know, good enough. And things. Whew. Okay, dropping on in. There's Laythe, good old Laythe, our buddy Laythe. Now, this takes a lot. Like the orbital velocity for orbit is like 3,200 some odd kilometers. So we need to make sure that we can get captured with that to maintain our orbit. I'm speaking nonsense. You guys are probably all aware of this already. I don't know why I keep reiterating these things in these videos. I mean, if you guys enjoy the commentary, that's great. I just hope I'm not boring you. So, here is our... Whoa! Why didn't I get an alarm clock? Jeepers. Okay. Nope, that's cool. It's not a biggie. So, as you can see, there is our aero glider. There's our wreckage from the first colony tower. How much do I need to burn off to get captured? Looks like a lot. A fair amount of Delta V needs to be used to get captured. So, I'm gonna go ahead, face the node. We're gonna get ready, see how this aero brake goes, and hopefully it's gonna be enough to do our capture. I can, if need be, face retrograde and assist, but I'd prefer to do this without having to brake if I can help it. So dropping in, we're at about 55. Atmosphere should be starting rather soon. I'm just glad we still have some fuel in these tanks. I was pretty much out of fuel at this point on the test on this stage. I had fuel left in this tank, but you know, didn't really want to use it. So dropping in. Wow, are we literally like not hitting? We're in atmosphere. We're just not getting arrow broke that fast. So face that node. Let's keep an eye on things here. Oh, there we go. Ooh, we are lower than I anticipated. We are much lower than I anticipated. Holy crap. I think we're gonna probably crash and die. Good night, sweet prince. Good night. Reload! Okay, guys. Well, I kind of missed my second burn that I was doing, so I had to improvise. I went a little bit later, which means our periapts got pulled closer to us, but it's a little higher. It's at 46, so I'm probably going to need to do some braking. I've got 388 meters per second delta V left in this tank. I've got a bit left in my other tank, but I guess we'll see what happens here. I am aligned, thankfully, with our glider, pretty much. We'll be fairly close, at least if I can get it landed properly. Oh, away with you. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. So, yeah, so we're aligned fairly well. Problem is I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how well this arrow brake is going to work, dropping into about 46.9. I may need to drop it a little further. This may be too much. We will find out. So coming in. Let's do this. So okay, we are gaining speed for now. As we get closer to the atmosphere, though, that should start coming back down. So 46, we are dropping. I should not be probably doing that. Let's fast forward until we get closer here. No, we're gonna need to. We're gonna need to. I don't think we're gonna hit enough atmosphere at this point to actually start braking as well. In fact, let's take a look. Our atmosphere density is rising, but slowly. So we're gonna do this until we run out of fuel on this guy. Let's see what we can do to get this all in place. Gosh, I hope we can make this work. This is gonna be a tricky one, guys. I hope you're enjoying me struggle with this. So let's see, just about out of fuel on this guy. Got about 100 meters per second left to burn off on this. But, on the plus side, we should be into atmosphere soon. I do believe. Getting close. Getting close. We're bringing in that apoaps for sure. And boom. Get rid of that. Alright. That's certainly coming in. Our periapts is dropping, which is good. I'm going to extend my lander legs. I'm going to deploy my parachutes so that they go ASAP. This is going to be interesting, guys. Okay, you know what? Let's call it there. We're going to be dropping a little bit further, I do believe. No, we're rising, so we need to actually keep killing this. We want to get ourselves into that atmosphere. Okay. So we're going to come out about 52. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, where are we at right now? About 50. Okay. Top it up 55. Now we're going to need to keep going. Not by much though. I think I'm going to call it there. That should bring us down over land. Parachutes might assist us a bit. Let's see how this goes, guys. Fast forward. Should start dropping here any moment. There it is, and we're dropping. Oh, this is gonna be a close one, guys. This is gonna be a close one. I hope you got your fingers crossed. Hope you're praying for me. And all these Kerbals, there are so many Kerbals on this ship that could die in an instant. I'm gonna burn a little bit to the north. To align us a little bit more with that. Okay. That's looking better. Come on. Start dropping us. Start dropping us. Alright. So curvature is definitely going to start dropping off. We are falling, which is good. It's exactly what we want. We want to hit that atmosphere, and we want to do it soon. So that my parachute's going to deploy, start giving us additional drag, and starting to help us actually slow down here. I can't see our probe just yet, at least on the main view here. Can't see it. I can see it obviously in the map view. How are we looking? That's looking much better. Okay, let's fast forward this. There it is. I'm going to target it, so we can kind of keep an eye on it. Come on. Come on, buddy. I'm terrible. I shouldn't have put this right on the coast. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Parachute's good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We have like no Delta V left in these tanks. Off with you. Damn. That's it. That's it. Okay, we're gonna take another shot at this. I can get this. I can definitely get this. Okay guys, once more, trying this. This is attempt 10 to actually land on Laythe. This has not been going so smooth. Laythe is a very difficult place to land, it would seem. Coupled with the water covering most of its surface, coupled with the fact that most of its surface, most of its actual dry surface is these tiny little islands spread across here. It's really hard to pick and choose where you want to land. On top of that, most of its surface is really rocky. This will make for interesting landings. Let me see if I can do this time though. So our drogues are about to expand there. We got that. And soon enough, our other ones will be expanding here as well. So I'm just going to keep dropping. Letting our drogue shoot do the work there and actually slowing us down a little bit before we hit the point where we need to actually deploy our main parachutes. Which should be rather quickly here. This is a really top-heavy craft. This is not the best of crafts to use for landing on this moon. Because it's so top-heavy, and coupled that with the fact that everything's so hillish around here, it makes for super easy craft to tip over. This has been a very frustrating mission. I've been working on this one for about 3.5 hours total, between all the things behind the scenes and everything, trying to get this just right. But I have not been able to pull off a landing yet. It's only been the last 3 or 4 that I've actually been able to get it to this point. But actually pulling off an actual landing has been very difficult. So I need to slow down a bit more. Now the problem I've been facing in the last little bit is that as I get down to this point, I get a lot of side-to-side motion, but I think... Oh my god. My god, we did it. I've landed the damn thing. This is surprising to me, because that was insane. I guess, okay. Shutting off that engine so we don't screw things up. What does 1 do? My 1 key does nothing? Nothing, okay. It does something, but who knows. 2 deploys my antennas and my satellite. 3 pops out of my solar arrays. Does 4 do... It does ladder. But only one of the 2, apparently. Wow. Holy crap. I'm going to turn on some select lights here for some surface light for when it becomes nighttime. Spotlights up top to illuminate from the crow's nest, if you will. Well, cool, guys. I am super glad that that's over with. That took way too long. Normally these go a bit easier. But cool. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.